was born where the echoes are louder than truth, where every hallway whispers what I'm meant to do. I learned to walk with a chorus trailing behind, telling me who I am before I could decide. But I've been keeping the melody under my skin, a quiet little fire, I'm ready to begin. Tonight I'm not a headline or a rumor in a frame, I'm just a soul with a song and a heartbeat to claim. I've been running through the shadows of a name I didn't choose, fighting every mirror when it told me I would lose. But the stage is a sunrise, my fear is a wave, and I'll ride it to the shoreline of the voice I'll say. I'm standing in my own name now, no echo strong enough to drown me out. Every note I sing cuts through the crowd, a lighthouse calling me from doubt. If you hear me, don't look past my face, don't fold me back into a borrowed place. I'm standing in my own name now, and I won't fade down. Oh, won't fade down. They say the brightest lights can swallow a soul, but I've learned to breathe under the weight I hold. If grace is a river, then let it run wild, wash off the labels till I'm free as a child. I'll stitch every tear in the stories I wear, turn the threads of my past into chords in the air. Not asking for mercy, just a chance to be real, to prove that the heart is the hand on the wheel. I've been walking through a thunder made of voices not my own, but thunder always breaks when the sky has grown. So let the storm spend itself while I keep time, and I'll build a bridge out of rhythm and rhyme. I'm standing in my own name now, no echo strong enough to drown me out. Every note I sing cuts through the crowd, a lighthouse calling me from doubt. If you hear me, don't look past my face, don't fold me back into a borrowed place. I'm standing in my own name now, and I won't fade down. Maybe I was never meant to wear the crown they drew, maybe I was meant to show that crowns can bend like truth. The fame is just a mirror, let it reflect the light of every unseen moment I practiced in the night. Let the golden buzzer be the thunder of my chest, let the silence after be the place I finally rest. If I only take one memory when the curtains close, let it be that I stood here and finally chose to be the boy, the man, the voice that rose. Not a symbol, not a shadow, but a song that knows. I'm more than a surname written bold in stone. I'm the pen, the page, the story of my own. I'm standing in my own name now, no echo strong enough to drown me out. Every note I sing cuts through the crowd, a lighthouse calling me from doubt. If you hear me, don't look past my face, I won't be folded back into a borrowed place. I'm standing in my own name now, and I won't fade down. No, I won't fade down. Tonight this voice is home, and I'm standing in my own.
Thank you. I don't take 1 second of this moment for granted. All my life, people have met me before I got the chance to introduce myself. They met a last name, they heard a story, they formed an opinion. And honestly, I understand why. It's human to connect dots and fill in the blanks. But growing up in that space feels like living in a house with all the lights on and none of the doors open. You're visible, but you're not known. You're loud, but you're not heard. Music changed that for me. When I write, I'm not arguing with anyone, I'm not defending anything, and I'm not explaining who I am. I'm discovering it. Songwriting became the one place where I didn't have to be right. I just had to be honest. It's funny how a melody can do what 1,000 explanations can't. It lets people meet you in the middle. It tells the truth gently, in language the heart understands. I didn't come here to escape a past or to rewrite it. I came here because I wanted to step into a present that belongs to me. This stage is intimidating, but it's also fair. It doesn't care what you walked in with, only what you leave behind in people's hearts. That's why I chose this song. Standing in my own name is not a statement against anybody. It's an invitation to see me beyond assumptions. I'm not perfect, I'm not finished, and I'm not trying to be either of those things. I'm trying to be real. To the judges, thank you for the courage it takes to sit there and listen with open minds. To the audience, thank you for the courage it takes to watch someone try, because that's what I did tonight. I tried. I tried to prove to myself that I can stand here with a microphone and not be defined by a story I didn't write. If you felt anything, if you recognized a piece of your own life in mine, then the song did its job. Because this isn't just about me. It's about anyone who has ever felt mislabeled, underestimated, or pre-decided. It's about anyone who has ever wanted to say, "Let me start the conversation." I don't know where this journey leads. Maybe it ends tonight. Maybe it opens more doors than I can imagine. Either way, I'll keep creating. I'll keep writing the kind of music that lets me tell the truth and learn from it. Thank you for listening to the person behind the name. Thank you for letting me be the one to introduce myself.
Barron, I'm going to be very direct with you because you deserve that. I had expectations when I heard you were auditioning. How could I not? Your last name enters the room 3 seconds before you do. And because of that, I prepared myself to judge you harder than most people tonight. Not because I wanted to be cruel, but because I needed to know there was something in you that wasn't borrowed, rehearsed for optics, or staged to be safe. I wanted to know if there was a heartbeat underneath the headline. What happened just now surprised me in the best way. The song felt personal without being performative. It was thoughtful without being precious. You didn't shout to convince us. You invited us in. There's a difference. I've seen a lot of talented people walk out here and try to outrun perception by turning everything up more notes, more volume, more theatrics. You did the opposite. You stood still and let the lyrics speak. That takes confidence, and more importantly, it takes identity. Let's talk about the voice. Is it the biggest voice we've ever heard? No, but big isn't the metric. Honest is. And your tone has honesty. It's textured with restraint, and when you pushed into the chorus, it lifted naturally. No bravado, no flash. I believed you, and belief is the currency of this show. Technically, there's room to grow. Your breath control on the long lines could be steadier, and in the bridge, I wanted a touch more dynamic risk, but those are craft notes, and craft improves with reps. What you can't manufacture is the calm conviction you had when you sang the line, "I'm standing in my own name now." That was the moment for me. It felt like you were not only singing to us, you were singing to yourself and meaning it. Now, I also want to acknowledge the obvious pressure on you. A stage like this is 1,000 critics impersonating your conscience. But here's what I'm going to ask you to do if you move forward. Stop negotiating with the noise. Keep writing. Keep saying things that scare you a little. Don't be tempted to prove you can do everything. Prove you can do you. Find 2 more songs that tell your story from different angles. One that shows vulnerability like tonight, and one that shows a sharper edge, faster tempo, more rhythm, a bit of danger. Make us lean forward because we don't know what you'll say next, not because we think we already know who you are. I'm proud of you for walking out here and asking to be heard, not just seen. That's brave. And I'm excited because if this is chapter 1, I want to see what you do with chapter 2. For me, Barron, this is a yes not to your name, but and NBSP, to and NBSP, your and NBSP, voice.